Thomas Games. You piece of shit.
Thomas!
Go!
Hold it!
What?
Guess what? Hello, folks. Welcome back. It is courtroom case. This is courtroom case number 1, day 1 of the first trial of Phoenix Wright. We're going to defend Maya in court. And guess who we get to meet?
We get to meet White.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
Alright, here we go. Let me get it
Oh
right.
no.
Yeah, dude!
First time. Edrin. Mr. Fancy.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. How do you like that? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me on an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the first... Wait. What? I think the judge was supposed to say that line. He just said you may... I think that was a goof. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map in the office to explain. The body was found in this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
I think he meant woman, but oh well.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective, first things first, let's check those floor plans. The murder scene of the Fay & Cole offices, let's check it. Alright, see that light? That's showing the point of view from the hotel office where Miss May was. So all that bright stuff, that's what Miss May would have saw. That's what her window was able to see. So all the more dark areas is what are blind spots. Get that?
Does that mean she wasn't able to see?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Now, detective. Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Witness testimony! Man, this is going off so quickly.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed into the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me! What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Which, we already did that. Remember the first rule I told you, Tommy?
What?
Press every statement.
Yes.
Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Oh yeah, bring it.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed into the scene. Press. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were 2 people there already. Alright, we don't need to press that because he already states it here.
Hold it.
Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. Did you catch that?
Her.
She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points and press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than their claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. What a doofus head, Tommy. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. I got a stuffy nose, Tommy.
I'm sure you got something hard in my pants for Miss May.
Mayo, April, May. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. No. When did you... Then who did write it, smarty pants? The killer, Miss May. I did.
The killer.
The
killer.
I did. The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. I really hope my Edgeworth voice sounds different than my Phoenix voice. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blah, okay. Do you have any proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Oh,
You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's.
What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits of the blood in your hemoglobin's hemoglobin bobbin. I refuse to testify in that matter, sir. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah?
I think you can expect a pleasant bonus in your next paycheck.
Oh,
that was a mess.
Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what...
Can't he just say the killer could have picked up her finger and wrote it himself?
Before she died...
I think that's pretty freaking obvious.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Here, let's check some evidence.
Oh my god, you piece of living...
Time of death, 9:05. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Chief Amaya.
It was instantaneous, so she could have wrote it, because she died before.
Hey, you caught it! Good job!
Yes.
Hey, by the way, since you caught that, get ready.
Per se?
Yeah, no, minus.
Hold it!
No, minus.
Hold it!
Music stopped! We got it.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying.
What? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Now, of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
But backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately!
What?
No butting your way out of this one, Detective! Burn!
Yeah! Pwned! And...
Man, pal, you're a jerk. Order! Defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of the murder, the day after the murder. I forget.
Which one was it?
I'm pretty sure it was the day after the murder.
Alright, let's true with that.
It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
Oh no.
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see! Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve!
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham!
What's a sham mean?
Sham, a fake, as in you're bluffing. You're a sham. Detective's a sham. I'm a sham.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say he is known for making
false evidence. Let's go with that.
You're a sham.
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood.
The record accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good! The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Innocent. Ha!
Innocent. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. How did you know her name? Exactly what part of her is innocent?
The same pose?
Witness, your name, please.
Whenever I see that pose...
Oh!
Motherfucker, seriously?
Did you catch?
Yeah.
April May, at your service.
What a sugar daddy.
Order! Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee. I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right. That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
I don't like this lady, Tommy.
I don't.
It was, 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy little girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. And that girl, she caught her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. The end. That's all I saw. Happy, itsy bitsy witsy.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Tell me, does my voice make her sound annoying?
Yes, but she is that kind of annoying girl.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite, firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah?
Yes.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Mr. Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some kind of weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Man, I love that shot.
It was 9 o'clock at night.
Blah, blah, blah. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? What? That's it? She can't get out this question that easily.
I sort of, I had a feeling.
Apparently, more part of you had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it, back down.
Go for it.
Yeah. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering?
You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him!
The poor girl!
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me?
You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman being with long hair being attacked.
Press that. The woman with long hair. Was that Mia Fay?
slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Mousy girl.
You're a mousy girl. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. She's right. Yep, he's right. Question the testimony.
Let's do it anyways. Question it.
Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. You're lying.
You're lying.
Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Her, like, all face is evil. Looks very evil.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes. What is the meaning?
Don't look all innocent, you
Someone
piece of...
tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Also, Maya has no physique. In all honesty. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. Remember Gumshoe pointed out first?
Yeah.
That's the hint at this. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Oh, it's a bowl cut, man. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. This testimony is bogus.
Oh, you used to
But
No, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all about the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Bull.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, almost had her. All right.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuette clock. The thinker, I think.
How does she know that?
Holy crud! I think we found a contradiction.
Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I think it does, Miss May. April, May. How's your brother June, July?
Hey!
August, September. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I think we know the statement we can go right to.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we can skip all...
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl hit the hippie clothes right after her. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. That clock.
Hold it! Alright, let's present. The murder weapon looks like a statue. It was actually a clock. And...
Hold it! Oh, objection.
Music stopped!
Woohoo! We did it!
Miss
I love
May.
this game.
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
Oh, Jesus.
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Yet.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Oh. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I took off my sandals because I was pulling my Velcro. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Phew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law office of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law office of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright?
But the clock's insides were taken out.
Oh! I'm gonna zoom on Phoenix's face on that.
Yeah, get him a little gangster face draw.
Oh,
Boom!
yeah.
Gotcha, B.
I'm not
almost said it.
satisfied
I almost
because
said it.
she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have wrong.
What'd she say? Yeah.
Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable the clock in question rang. It's empty. It's broken. Its batteries are dead.
It's empty.
That clock is missing its clockwork. I'm surprised you remembered that.
How could you possibly?
Just have a look as soon as you can.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May?
Tisk, tisk.
What the hell is he talking about?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
Edgeworth is good.
That's true. That is a possibility.
We gotta see how. Wait, because
Let's check our
how do
evidence.
we know?
Let's check the evidence. What's something we have that has a record of something happening before the time?
Cell phone.
Let's check the conversation. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually,
Oh yeah, because she said that the clock. She's gonna remove the clockwork.
this is before the murder happened.
Yeah.
The clock isn't talking right now. Took the clockwork out. There you go.
Yeah.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Bull.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course.
Oh, Edgeworth, you'll be
I have proof.
surprised.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. Press it. Press it.
Holy Jack, take that, piece of shit. Yeah!
Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
You can also tell this game was made in like 2003 because of that phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation he had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Oh, we got him angry. We ticked him off.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it?
Ugh, the good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth.
Not.
Let's hear the conversation.
So you just wanted me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working. That's lame.
I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink.
Oh, but it was custom made!
Oh yeah! So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes.
Yes!
The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that would prove the witnesses had not seen the clock before.
The figure itself. It's simple. This clock was never seen in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Or eBay, at least.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
Oh!
Oh, excuse is not on sale today?
Oh!
Oh, Gynex. Oh God, look at that Chucky face.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
I don't like that face.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. I'm like, lose it. I guess it did.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask.
She ain't too innocent. I knew it from the start. Yeah, not from the start, but you can
Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock?
I don't like that when her face goes in profile.
Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. You had heard about it.
Heard about it.
The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She
Heard?
that is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well,
But you're just making an excuse for her. No, I'm kidding. Well, technically.
Well,
yes.
The
Yes.
wiretap, dude.
Oh, the wiretap.
show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Yeah, the wiretap.
Have a look at this.
No!
I found this in Miss May's room. Oh,
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
No! No!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that is objection overruled. It troubles me that a witness is in possession of such a wiretap. This is outrageous. This is outrageous. What does the defense truly claim? Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon was a clock is.
He literally just said that, but we just saw the.
Here, the recording again.
Yeah.
Because she called her. I present the defense cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What is it this time?
It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Oh my gosh, my nose is stuffy.
It's not fair! All you ganging up at me like that! Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
Oh my god, seriously, you're using your cutes to get out of this?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Why the wiretap?
Why the wiretap? I know she didn't do it.
Because we've seen the real killer in that flashback.
Yeah.
Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question!
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
No.
She's saying exactly what I just want her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick...
Just like just served.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Oh dear. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No! They're gonna let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, did the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something! Call the bellboy as a witness. Continue examining Miss May.
I think call the bellboy as a witness.
The defense would like to call the hotel's bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious there, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
I think I know.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Wait, before you say that.
What?
Before we continue, I just want to say, I think I know why the bellboy's tied into this.
Why?
I think May might be using her charm to make the bellboy do her dirty work.
That's a good...
Charm?
Though, does the bellboy look like that guy? We gotta find that guy that was at the biggie flashback at the beginning. Remember him?
We'll eventually find him, I'm sure.
Just to say...
Oh, wait! Because the bellboy has heard about the call. Wait, huh?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, If you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Give up.
Accept.
Although, do you remember when we examined the wine at her table at her hotel room?
It might have been the bellboys.
Well, what if there's someone else with her?
Ah, the killer.
The killer.
I like as soon as we entered her room, I knew she had something to do with the killer.
Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait! Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
He was even holding that.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir.
Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from my guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Call at 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock. Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. All I hope is that stupid microphone doesn't mute out on us after we're already this far in.
You're right.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations.
Alright, so I don't think we have any news for that.
I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening.
Let's examine that. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Them?
Them, Tommy. Them.
Yes, what
Yes, what them? I mean then.
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir.
then?
9 o'clock on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9 o'clock, the time of the murder.
I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Precisely 9 o'clock, then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 o'clock p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir.
I don't sound like that, you hussy!
Why would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests favored me with embrassier, sir.
What does that mean?
Embrassier? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. It's not a French kiss, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prime demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit rather tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Give up.
Protest.
Yeah, but what else are we gonna do? Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me just ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, bed making. So, not room service, because we already inspected that.
Yeah.
Bed making, I have no idea.
Check-in.
Check-in?
Yes.
Maybe there'll be... Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. What? Oh, God, I'm so nervous. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She was just my type of girl. So it was really a disappointment, really. I see. Huh? Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there.
Lover.
What? What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable.
Seriously?
Everyone loves that line. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! What a slime bag! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. If you agree, do you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this other person? Simple. It was Miss April May. The man with Miss April May. The bellboy.
Man with...
Miss May, whatever. Miss April May, June, July, and all that jazz. The man who checked in with Miss May.
Personally, I think September's got a bigger butt.
Yeah, well, I don't know, dude. August.
Oh, man.
You'll be an odd August,
But
September.
dude, she's got canker legs.
You got a point there. Your Honor, as it has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it to be
I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
No! Upstart, amateur! These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Oh, well.
We did it! We did it!
We did it for the first day.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Ooh, that's so kind of you.
I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
What?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sends shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
I don't know, dude.
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
So where's she staying, in jail?
Yes. Well, no, I think the detention center. Which is jail light.
Oh,
But I got a great lead on today's trial.
The lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Yeah.
Do you think he was the one who?
Maybe so.
Sis,
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
Yay.
I asked for a full record of Miss May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. May's testimony added to the court record. Can I take a peek at that? Let's take a look at that, just to refresh. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Okay, that's kind of... I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. It's gonna do you good! That's writing 101. If you have something, it will come up later. Yeah. Anyway, Phoenix, you don't even know your own series. It's only my second case, man! Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and go do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued! Folks, we will see you next time when we continue investigate in the next investigation.
Yeah, Miss May.
Miss May's hot. Miss May's hot.
Dude, shut up. She's stupid.
Wink.
Bye-bye.
Bye.